Hello and welcome to this late afternoon taste challenge. I have two single malt Scotch whiskies coming in at 40% alcohol with no age statement. This is Finlaggan Isla single malt Scotch whiskey, the Old Reserve. This is their Old Reserve. I bought it at Trader Joe's. It's not a Trader Joe's brand. They carry a lot of people's brands, but they do have their own in-house brands. They're showing Finlaggan Castle, which is a bunch of ruins, pile of ruins. This is produced for the Vintage Malt Whiskey Company, established years ago. This was introduced in 1992. I think the Vintage Malt Whiskey Company goes back to 1974, something. We could look at the website where it's got a foil cap. So it's an independent bottler. They don't have a distillery. They don't produce anything. They just have stuff made for them and they bottle it. And this was purchased at Trader Joe's. I don't think I saw it when I was over there last week, but I might have overlooked it. I wasn't paying too close attention to their whiskeys and other liquors, although I did kind of make a little quick survey of it. But Finlaggan, they had Listmore. Finlaggan, I paid $19.99. Amazing. That was 3 years ago. But I noticed that this one here, the Trader Joe's Highland single malt Scotch whiskey, aged in ex-bourbon barrels and finished in rum casks, the price did not go up. In 3 years, it's still $17.99, if you can believe it. It might have been the bourbon cask that they had, but it's the same series, just different cask. $17.99. Herbie in India says, "Sir, I don't know," is the biggest possibility. That's right. And I don't know. Okay. So there we go. Real cork, foil cap cover, different shades of bluish green, blue green, colors flashing. You could be my only dream. All right. Also cork. Finlaggan. This is going to be a challenge in name only. It won't be a true challenge because there's not going to be anything challenging about it. So the price point, $2 difference. That's not important. It is a difference, but it's minimal. So there's the Finlaggan is a little bit darker, but a little bit lighter. Sorry, a little bit lighter, but it's so close you may not be able to tell it on camera. Let's look at the website. Finlaggan Isla single malt from the Vintage Malt Whiskey Company Limited. Old Reserve, 40% alcohol, big breakfast fruitiness. Old Reserve's more like. Plus nuts and chocolate. What a start. Fat mouth, more chocolate, and peat. Lashings of it. Finished. Back to fruit again. The juice, all interlocked by peat. Brilliant. Verdict. This is, they're evaluating their own product. The Simply Awesome. If you don't get a bottle of this, you will regret it for life, says the Whiskey Bible 2006. Well, I got it because I bought it. And I love this style of whiskey. So smooth. Now, would I like to try these other variants? Yeah. But they're kind of like, one is like a rum cask finish, one is sherry cask, one is port cask, bourbon cask. You get it. They're taking basically the same thing and they're giving it different cask treatments. But some of them are higher proof, 58% alcohol, 46%. So some of these are knockouts, 46, 46, 46, 50, 46, and 40. I have the lowest alcohol. Cask strength. Oh no, thank you. No, you. All right. Founded in 92. I said 74, but 92 by Brian Cook. So they talk about that. You can look at it. They have many other brands. They have Finlaggan, but they have the Cooper's Golden Cut, Isla Storm, Illich, Smokestack, Glen Almond, Isla Rum, Rum inaugural release. How you like that? Isla Rum. Peaty and Spice Isla Rum. Well, you never know what crazy stuff's going to come up next, right? Then there's Isla Storm from Companies, James and Sons Limited. Well, independent, they have also, we're not going to belabor the point, but be nice to try them all, right? Trader Joe's offered one of their products. I'd like to see them bring in a lot more, but they obviously don't have a lot of shelf space. Beer guys, why are you so proud? Looks like Herbie's been doing some tastings himself. All right. Now we'll get this on aroma only, and it will not be a contest. Here we go. That's the Finlaggan. And that's the, what you call it, Trader Joe's. Now, how did I tell them apart on aroma? Well, the Finlaggan is Isla, and it smells like smokestack. And this one smells like caramel candy and golden raisins and some other things. So, personal preference, I would rather the smokestack. I like these kind of drinks that smell like a campfire. Other people, they hate that smell. They hate that aroma. It just is so offensive to them. So that's a personal preference issue. It's not a quality issue. Now the score. So is it a contest? No. Now tomorrow I have Ardbeg 10, aged 10 years. Ardbeg aged 10 years. Ain't going to be a contest. It's going to be a joke is what it's going to be. But I'm still going to go through the whole series. Then we'll go on to blended Scotch, interestingly enough. Peaty, smoky, iodine, sea salt. Now, I don't know about all these other flavors they were talking about, but they're probably there. So like I'm saying, if you're sensitive to any smoke or peat, pass on it. Pass on it. It's in a box. So when you see it on the shelf, it'll be in a box. Body's light, finishes crisp, dry, great product. Is it as good as the Ardbeg aged 10 years? It's not as good as that. It's not even as good as the Ben Riach Curiositas aged 10 years peated Speyside, which is an oddball product. This is a wonderful product. Now let's go to the Trader. I will give this score, and I'll give it a score of I had a feeling this lamp was going to give me some trouble here. I didn't like the way it was positioned, and felt like it was going to do that. Let's see. We'll get it fixed real fast here. Okay. Got it. I think. Not quite. Okay. Now we got it. Sorry about that. My fault. I like it a lot. It's not amazing, but I'll go to 9 point. I'm gonna go with a 9.1 right now. There's a little funny little funkiness, but it probably belongs there because of that peatiness. 9.1, probably a low ball score. Probably not really fair. But you see it, buy it, and try it. I think you'll love it. Now, Trader Joe's rum cast finish, Highland rum cast finish. Very different. Doesn't taste like this other one at all. Tastes like the caramel, the golden raisin, rum filled chocolate candy, bread crust, mostly bread crust. More fruit oriented. So if you're like, let me think of something. If you like fruit cake, so you say, I love to get fruit cake every Christmas. I like it too, honestly. And I'm not much on fruit, but fruit cake I kind of like. And I like bananas in my cereal. But bananas are more like a starch than a fruit. To me, they taste more like potato or something. I like that starchiness, but that sugar sweet fruit flavor. I used to like it, but when I was around 35 years old, I was like, oh, I can't stand drinking this stuff anymore. I'll give it a B, say 8.5, which is a little higher than I was scoring it earlier. 8.5, it's good. Is it worth the $17.99? Well, obviously it's worth $17.99. I wouldn't go higher than that because why should you? It's $17.99 at Trader Joe's. I just saw it. This whole series, it was $17.99. So why would you go higher? Now, should you get the bourbon cask or the rum cask or the sherry cask? I can't comment on the sherry cask yet. I've not tried it. I have an unopened bottle. If I had to choose, and I don't have to choose, I don't. But if I had to choose, theoretically, between the rum cask and the bourbon, I would go with the bourbon cask. I'm more used to bourbon flavor, so I would go with the bourbon flavor. They're more corn oriented, but I wouldn't be opposed to the rum cask finish, but I'm just more suited for the bourbon. You might definitely choose the rum. If you don't ever see this, don't worry, you haven't missed a whole lot. I mean, to find a single malt Scotch that's a B, good, doesn't take a whole lot of effort. Now, to find one for $17.99, that might be a chore, maybe more like $59.99, but hey, I paid $17.99 and it's working. But it's not going to win any awards or anything. It's not going to win any. It's really, honestly, look how it's fared in this contest. It's gotten beat up except for twice. Twice I couldn't get it right, but I was early on, wasn't used to it, and it was with some comparable, definitely lower end. And then when I started bringing in the real legendary products, the Glenlivet 12, the Glenlivet Founders Reserve, and all these other ones, could not compete. It honestly did not compete. So is the Trader Joe's Highland Single Malt Rum Cask finish a truly competitive product? If you only put it up against really lower end single malts, it might be. But I mean, what are the lower end? They're not that many. I mean, they've got Glenlivet 12, and that's like the lower end of premium. Well, I guess Glenfiddich would be that. So yeah, it doesn't really stand up. Now, Finlaggan, my thinking is that it would compete against other Islas, but I haven't really gotten that deep into Islas. I tried Lefroy once, I think, and the what's that one from Diageo? Either owns it or controls the never think of it. I've tried the Ardbeg, which is amazing. I've had a few others, but I haven't had enough, not enough but I think I really probably would never have enough. I could never have enough to be satisfied. Okay, Clem and Son Clemenson says, I want to try Trader Joe's new pumpkin spice Chardonnay just out of curiosity. I saw that last week. They had a lot of pumpkin spice stuff, as you would imagine, but they didn't have any pumpkin spice beers aside from the Howling Gourds, which I do like. It's from Gordon Beer, so I do like that. I'm curious to do a revisit of it. I'm very curious. But I was looking for like pumpkin spice liqueurs, pumpkin spice cream liqueurs, and nah, they didn't have anything like that. Just some pumpkin spice, like you're saying, wine products. So that was kind of a letdown. And then I went further into New Orleans, to the New Orleans Trader Joe's, and they had even less selection. So big store, big, like much bigger than Metairie. But I don't think they were focusing much on beer, wine, and liquor. That was there, but I think their focus more was on bread, crackers. They could have had even a deli area, so I don't know. I was only like one note over there, but beautiful store, easy to get to, right on the main road, easy to turn. Parking is a snap, so nothing difficult about it. I could see why it was packed with people. There's a lot of houses. It's in the middle of a neighborhood. So, I mean, it's on a main business highway, but there's houses like directly north of it, and they go on for miles. So it's obviously a huge local clientele for Trader Joe's there. And there's really not a lot of other in the immediate area, not a lot of other grocery stores. I mean, if you go a few miles, there's Winn-Dixie and Rouse's and Whole Foods, I think it is. But they're kind of far, not really far, but this one is right there in the neighborhood. So obviously people are going to go there just to pick up something fast. Robbie Evans says, I love the peaty whiskeys. I'm the same as you. I'm the same. I can't get enough of them. And I know other people that just hate it. They hate it. Oh, anything smoked, they hate it. But anything smoked, I love it. Even those smoky beers, which they don't hold the flavor. They don't hold the flavor as well as the whiskey. But Finlaggan, I know it's an independent bottler, and I don't care, and I don't know who makes it for them. Probably one of your big, obvious Irish Islay distilleries. Now, if you can tell me who makes this, let me know. But you got to really tell me, not say, "Well, I got a friend in the industry, and he says it's no." If you got definitive proof of who makes it, then we can talk. But if you're just saying, I heard a rumor, and all that stuff, no, that's not going to cut it. But I don't care who makes it. It tastes great, and I love it. And I think really 91 is a little low, a little bit of a low score, but that's well, look how much I have left. I have a lot of time to think on it as I drink on it. So we're coming up against the National Socialist Football League. They're going to be kicking off in less than an hour, so we better roll. All right. We all take care. And then tomorrow, you know what I have coming up. The final round of the single malt for this year. The legend on the market since the year 2000, when all the computers were supposed to break. You remember? But the legend coming up tomorrow. So get ready for a definite destruction of Trader Joe's. I feel sorry for it, really. Don't worry, Trader Joe's. You can beat some products like the really, 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 really cheap ones. All right. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.